Hey y'all, hi. We're here today to discuss 2025 winter fashion trends, although I guess it's the 2020. So I just had a moment. I have this article pulled up as my reference. It's called The Best Winter 2024 Fashion Trends. And I was all ready to film, and then I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute, is this from last year? But no, it's this winter. It was just published at the end of last year in December of 2024. It could have been a disaster. But I would have known, right? When I was prepping this, I would have known if it was from last year because I remember the trends from last year and these aren't them. This is the moment. We're going to talk about it. Do we care? What is a trend anyway? And do we need to buy things in order to wade into the waters of these trends? Probably not. That's what the video is about. If you like it, maybe consider subscribing. Let's get into the meat of the video. Wow, I did say I was going to start saying, and my name is Hannah, and I'm a writer, and I have a prize-winning book of poetry available to purchase, and I will link that down below. I did say I was going to start doing that more regularly this year, and I have not. I'm still weary. 2025 is here, and yet I am still world weary. Before I start, quick reminder, Julia Frodal's meditation intensive, Become Ocean, is starting this weekend, like the weekend that we're in as we speak. But I think that the class is on Sunday. So it might have already started, but it might not be too late to join. I think that she usually leaves enrollment open like until the Tuesday after the first class. It might not be too late to join. I'm taking it again this year. I just so appreciate the community that Julia has built, learning how to meditate, how to love it, how to relish the state of being inside of meditation rather than just wanting to make myself do it for the result, even though the results are many. Also loving doing it for its own sake, which is what I learned from Julia. It has affected me profoundly. It has made me the person that I now am. And that's why I always try to issue a brief reminder when Julia is teaching this class again. So I'll link it down below, all of the information. Okay, I am referencing Harper's Bazaar, the best winter 2024 fashion trends. This season is all about daytime party clothes, oxblood office attire, and updated English country classics. Some of what I discussed in my most recent fashion commentary video, which is about fall fashion, some of it has carried through, of course, because it hasn't been that long. Some trends are lasting longer than a mere month. But I like the way that this listicle, or article, I guess, is kind of reframing and updating some things we've already discussed. Scarf necklines, however, the first thing we haven't discussed. This wasn't in anything that I referenced for any of the past fashion videos last year, end of last year, but I did notice this trend when I was reacting to unhinged knitwear available on the market and then later reacting to winter coats. I filmed a couple of videos where I was basically diving into my own brain, the way that I think about things when I'm browsing shops and kind of assessing what's available and thinking about what I might want to wear, what I might want to buy. When I am looking for something like a winter coat or just looking at knitwear, which I do frequently, the wheels are turning. And I just put on the camera and like narrated what was happening when the wheels were turning in those two videos. And one of the things that happened was I came across these unhinged coats and unhinged sweaters where there was like a scarf attached to the thing and it was like wrapped around and sagging, pulling down, and in some cases looking really awkward, in some cases kind of working. Harper's Bazaar has also noticed that scarf necklines are a thing. I must say this golden mustard coat situation in the photo collage on Harper's Bazaar to illustrate this item, I guess it's the row. That is a much better execution of a scarf neckline than anything we saw in either of those other videos. Not so this leather one. That looks a bit awkward to me. It's sculptural on the runway, but how would it look in real life? It would just flop over. It would just be like flaps. It would look like something went wrong. And then this Jill Sander, I assume that that's what this is, the white one. I mean, stunning. I love something sculptural, but totally impractical. Scarf coats have been trending since the beginning of fall. We've all noticed. I'm reading from Harper's Bazaar now. And now designers are tapping into this dreamy neckline for sweaters and blouses. These tops and coats will look polished when paired with monochromatic pants. Grammatically, I feel this means that pants can't really be monochromatic. Most pants are. Or I should say most pants are monochromatic, meaning like the pair of pants is only one color. I think what she's trying to say is pants that are the same color as the top, right? So if you build a monochromatic outfit with one of these sweaters or coats and with pants that match it, then they will look polished. But what she has said is they will look polished when paired with monochromatic pants, meaning if you pair them with any pant that is only one color inside of the boundaries of the pant. Harper's Bazaar, are you hiring an editor? Are you hiring anybody? Do you need a grammar stickler? Do you need a fashion passionate grammar stickler to comb through articles you published last year and make tweaks? If you are, sorry, I'm busy because this is my job. These tops and coats will look polished when paired with monochromatic pants, but feel coolest with a pair of black or cream jeans and boots. This is so specific. These are really specific directives. Also, a pair of black or, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They'll feel coolest with a pair of black or cream jeans and boots. I am filled with delight at how confusing that is. These tops and coats will feel coolest with a pair of black or cream jeans and boots. I think she must mean either black jeans and black boots or cream jeans and cream boots. Oh, no, maybe she means a pair of black or cream jeans and boots. That has to be it. That has to be it. Okay, a pair of black or cream jeans and boots. What does this have to do with whether a scarf neckline is enticing, acceptable, something that we care about, you might ask? Everything and nothing is what I would say to you. Scarf neckline, fine. I actually feel like a trend like this is interesting because I don't think it can go out of style, right? It's like on and off year for scarf necklines, like 3 years from now when this is no longer, when the name on everybody's lip is no longer scarf neckline. You know what I mean? 3 years from now when it's gone and forgotten. If you wear a coat with an attached scarf, it's still gonna look good as long as the coat is beautiful. This is how I feel. Easy to fail at, easy for a designer to execute in an awkward way. So unfortunately, in my observation, there are a lot of pieces floating around right now that are trying to do this and they're doing it badly. And those pieces are always gonna be awkward. But if it's executed beautifully like this coat from the row, that's timeless. Even though it's clearly on trend right now, if it's beautifully executed, it's never gonna be dated. Something sculptural like this. It's artistic. You know, it's really lovely. And I also like that it's sort of vintage. It seems like something that someone might have been doing in the 50s, 40s. You know, there's something about like those vintage illustrations of patterns. Like it gives me those vibes a little bit, but obviously contemporary at the same time. I don't hate it, but I am also kind of unmoved by it. That's how I feel personally, aesthetically. If I found a coat that I really loved that happened to have a scarf neckline, I wouldn't deny myself because of my apathy about the scarf neckline. But it wouldn't be the scarf neckline that was selling me the coat. Festive Daywear. I am so into so many aspects of this. Number one, can we have a moment? Look at this image. Look at this garment. We've got lavender. Such a pale lavender on top that it's almost gray, and I really like that. But that is neither here nor there because that's not what's making it festive. A sweater with a collar that as it gets halfway down itself just turns into large lint. A dust bunny from Super Mario World, where the Super Mario World level where you're tiny and everything's big. A dust bunny from that just wrapped around your middle. It's so like textile art vibes. It's so felted. It's so felt sculpture. I guess this is Loewe. So this is a bit much to be suggesting this image as the illustration of the festive daywear trend, because to me, festive daywear, that's like sequins for day. Like anyone can do it. Oh, that reminds me, we forgot to talk about the scarf coat, whether you need to buy something. Yeah, if you don't already have a scarf coat or a scarf sweater and you want a sweater that has a scarf attached, yeah, you do need to go out and buy something. So I'm not that into that. Might be tough to find at a thrift shop because it's really specific. Kind of tough to find in the back of your wardrobe because it's really specific, although maybe, but probably not. So yeah, not into that aspect of that trend. Festive daywear, however, easy. You just take your silk skirt that you usually only wear to dinner and you wear it to brunch or to work, you know? My favorite kind of trend is the one that only requires a rearranging or reallocating of the garments that you already own and not acquisition. You know, if you want to look like this Loewe model, then yeah, you have to acquire something. So you have to acquire something. Not only does the sweater just become something else, not even a garment halfway down, but the bottom half is like a skirt that looks like pants, or maybe it's pants with one of those fold over necklines. The bottom half is really dynamic enough all on its own. I mean, this is very, say it with me, editorial, right? This is very much about fashion, talking about fashion inside of fashion, up, down, and all around town, upside down fashion, like fashion on fashion on fashion, you know? So it's whatever. It's not really all that relevant to us. What matters to us is that the trend that they're saying that this illustrates is festive daywear. And I love it. I think if it's a garment that you would feel comfortable in at night, at dinner, at a party, it's sparkly, then you'll feel comfortable in it even if you boldly wear it for a day. You know, you can make it work because it's already yours. It's already your evening wear. It already works for you. Potentially has some good memories attached. You know, if you wore it to a party that you had a really good time at, wore it to the club, danced all night, embellished garments meant to be worn during the daytime hours. That's what we're seeing on runways. But, you know, all you have to do is take your festive garments and wear them during daytime hours. Maybe I should do it. It would be so easy just to put like a shiny thing on to film these presumably daytime videos. The vibe is usually daytime is what I'm trying to say. 3, Boho goes countryside. So we talked about this. We've seen this before with Jake Henry Smith in the Vogue articles. I think it was Vogue. The other fashion commentary videos for this season. We're talking about boho. We're also talking about countryside. Jacqueline here is kind of saying, well, that's the same trend. We have like a combination of the things. We have a boho version of countryside dressing, where you have a slightly prepped up version of boho, which success. I feel like what we have here is a success, because what better way to give boho a little backbone, a little bit of masculinity? What better way than to combine it with the preppiness of countryside chic, you know? And what better way to take the uncomfortably poncy edge off of countryside chic than to make it a little bit boho? Now, here they're saying that brands have been designing pieces that combine those two aesthetics. And so ostensibly you would have to like buy a piece that combines those aesthetics to really hit the nail on the head. But I don't think that's true. I think you could do it by combining high and low in your clothes, like in your outfits. You could wear your hunter rain boots with like your ruffly lace skirt, and then you're succeeding at what these individual garments are succeeding at inside of themselves. I'm not that into that one personally. I'm more over here just wearing taupe and maybe a sequin, but I like it. I like the theory of it. I like it in theory, and I like the theory of it. I had to change the monitor battery, and when I came back, I was like, what is happening with my hair? I feel like it's getting ever more unwieldy as the show goes on. Minimalist accessories. I mean, yes. Wow, I just went on a journey, a rapid circular journey in my head. At first I was like, well, yes, but what even constitutes this being a trend? Because isn't there always a spectrum of accessories available from maximal to minimal? Like, can't you always choose the simpler one? Can't you always just go with the plain black bag if you're going to buy a bag? You know, that was kind of what I was thinking. And then I was like, well, actually, a truly minimalist, like very streamlined shape for something like the bags that they're showing here, just like really minimal. Sometimes it's hard to find something like that. For most of my life, it's been hard to find something like that. And maybe right now I feel like it's a given because they're everywhere. Because all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, that's a beautiful bag. That's a beautiful bag. Because this is very much my taste, right? So I'm looking around right now and I'm like, oh, what a beautiful bag. What a beautiful bag. But I remember just a few years ago being like, can a girl get a bag without hardware? Like, how hard is it to make just an all leather bag? And now I feel like there are a lot of them. So yeah, it's true. I think accessories are becoming more minimal. Shoes, boots are becoming more streamlined, are more streamlined right now. And I would never have thought of this. I wouldn't have picked up on this because it's kind of crept up on us. And I'm happy to see it. And it makes me think I should get while the getting's good. Because I do love every boot I see these days, every bag I see, I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. I really love it. But the pendulum is going to swing back the other way. And when it swings, well, it's not as though the bags and boots that got manufactured during this time won't be out there anymore. They'll be on the secondhand market forever. And so maybe I should just wait and not worry about it. It's good to recognize when it's like your heyday in some way. And it is kind of my heyday. It's the heyday of the kinds of accessories that I like, that I've always liked, and that I like to carry. But the article, the Harper's Bazaar article says, so this is the comment on minimalist accessories. Make the effort of buying these once and you'll reap the benefits all winter long. As opposed to what? Buying a pair of shoes and only wearing it for a week and then getting a different shoe? Or like, because to me, the proper sentence is make the effort of buying these once and you'll reap the benefits for the next 10 years, like for several winters to come until they completely fall apart, because they'll always go with everything. They will stay relevant to whatever else you're wearing because it's kind of a morphable style, right? If something's minimal, it can go with a lot of different things, especially if it's classic, like these black accessories. Make the effort of buying these once and you'll reap the benefits all winter long. That should be true of everything you buy ever. Like any coat, any winter garment that you ever buy, you should be reaping the benefits all winter long. Next up, suede, corduroy, velvet. What is this? What are we talking about? Wardrobe staples in rich, deeply textured fabrics are so back. I'm here for this. What is more luxurious than an oversized blazer in suede? Sumptuous, winter-friendly colors. Corduroy. Yeah, I really like this. And here's why. Sorry, itchy nose. Because I think that texture is a critical and often overlooked aspect of an outfit and of home decor. Just design in general, I think that texture is so impactful, and a little bit of really intense texture can go a long way. So like a pair of really great deep whale corduroy trousers, for example, can carry you far. You can reap the benefits all winter long, my friends, of something like that. And they tend to be sturdy fabrics, so you can actually reap the benefits for the next 10 years. Fabrics like this, I feel like they have a better chance at holding their structure year after year, lasting year after year, also again staying relevant year after year, because these sumptuous winter fabrics are always going to make sense in winter, even if they're not trending. And it's the kind of thing you probably can dig out of your closet, and it's the kind of thing you can probably turn up at a thrift shop. I'm really into this. The idea that rich, textured, heavy fabrics are trending for winter. Shearling maxi coats, the total opposite. This is the kind of trend that I loathe. Really specific, really expensive, will very quickly be identifiable as something that was so last year. Like this will come and go. I mean, arguably that, so now I'm reading and it says the runways will full of long shearling coats in light colors. Yeah, arguably if you buy a long shearling coat in a light color or a faux shearling coat, right? Just like basically a very fluffy teddy coat that's full length, arguably it would be relevant year after year. If I bought one of these, because now I'm seeing, so when I was like shearling maxi coats, I was like, that's really specific. But now that I'm seeing the images of the coats, I'm like, oh, I like it. I like that because it's me, right? It's my palette. It's the drama that I like. It's the length that I like. Like this is the kind of garment I would actually like to own. So now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh, what if I can't buy one of these like $4,000, coats. But what if I could? Like, what if I could afford one of these and I happened to buy one this season because they're everywhere because they're trending? I would totally wear it for the next 10 years. It would just be my winter coat and it would always feel very winter. And what I said about it being identifiable as something so last season, that would only be true if it was like, I was imagining they were all traditional shearling coats with the shearling on the inside and like the suede on the outside sort of stitched together, But no, they're talking about just long, light colored coats that are fluffy in some way. That's really what they're talking about. And that's a broad enough category to be timeless. But unless you already happen to have, it's again, quite specific. Digging it out of your closet is going to be less likely. Finding it at a thrift store is going to be less likely. I'm not in favor of this kind of trend drumming up a craving, like a need. You look at it and you're like, oh, I need that. I need to fulfill this trend right now, this winter. I need to find one. I need to find the right one. I need to spend the money. No, I feel like if one were to come across one, that would be lovely. Like it's a really lovely thing, but it can kind of calm down. Like as a trend, I feel like we can calm down. Next up, chocolate brown. I really just oh my gosh, I just stomped my feet on the floor. I really just wanted to make this video to talk about this. My feeling about this color for suede, for wool garments, just in general, as a neutral, as a staple, has really changed this season because it's in trend, because it's on trend, because it's in and on trend. And I am so fascinated when that happens. I feel like for a couple of years, to me, a dark brown like this for accessories has been my last choice. When I'm thinking thinking about what color accessories I might want. Shoes, bags, even something like a coat. I feel like a lot of people like brown, and then a lot of other people tend to choose black instead. And I've always been like, oh, black. The fact that this is everywhere now, I'm seeing so many images that make it look so chic. And I think part of the reason that it has always felt like not the right dark neutral for me is that it gives me slightly dated vibes. Like brown suede boots gives me kind of 80s vibes, like 80s and 90s vibes. Maybe even slightly dusty, like early 2000s vibes. Something that I saw when I was young, but not quite old enough to have my own style. And so it felt aspirational then, but then by the time I evolved into my own style, then it felt like it was from the past, from a past part of my fashion psyche. And so I sort of dropped it and moved on to something that felt fresh to me. It's always given me that. And so I've never been interested, but now I'm seeing all these images that are serving this up on a contemporary platter, the espresso martini vibe. And it's making it feel not only fresh for now, but also it's making me see the deep appeal, like the original appeal of the 90s version of this kind of thing. And it feels cool again. It feels like it's come back around, but I'm in touch with it in a way that I don't think I ever really was. Because I don't think I had the eye, like the acumen, the fashion acumen to see it for what it was when it was cool before. The question is it going to stick for me? Like in my psyche, is dark brown going to stay as appealing as it feels right now? Or is it just a flash in the pan? I don't know. I do not know. I don't think we have any way of knowing because right now I have chocolate brown stars in my eyes. Like I'm blinded by the beauty of everything in this color. And I can't tell whether that passion is going to fade as quickly as it came about. I just don't know. I feel it's very Gen Z, like a knee-high brown suede boot. And I want a piece of that. Animal prints all over. I love it. I'm here for it because they're these beautiful neutral prints, right? They're prints, but they're always in the colors of a neutral wardrobe. It's the perfect way to add excitement, some print excitement to a neutral wardrobe while still feeling restrained in a way. And I like the way it's being done. I have bandwagoned this trend. COS came out with a merino wool set, turtleneck and leggings. I love that stretchy thin merino wool that they do like a crew neck and a turtleneck in. I have several. I love that fabric. And I wear those tops basically year round at this point because I have a couple of short sleeved ones. I bought it. I bought the set and I've never looked back. And it does. I feel like it works. It's not too much. Okay, this is a perfect example of how strangely and gratifyingly specific this list is. Wine-colored office attire. So she's not just saying like burgundy or oxblood are trending, right? Burgundy is trending, oxblood is trending, that's what everybody else is. That's what all the other listicles are saying. Oxblood, burgundy, this deep red color, specifically wine-colored office attire. I'm going to see what it says. It's happy hour at work this winter with tailored separates, leather-inspired trench coats, and bomber jackets. Is that really what we're wearing to work? In a rich shade of Bordeaux. Make a statement with footwear by pairing oxblood-colored loafers and straight leg trousers. Just add gray socks to break up the look and keep you warm when the temperatures drop. I love the encouragement that we're getting to wear a monochromatic Bordeaux look. I love the suggestion to wear gray knit, gray and oxblood together. I really like that. That's so lovely. I like the specificity of this. I like the awareness of the fact that this color trend is going beyond just the color and actually it's about specific types of garments. In my lingo, it would be level 4. So polished, really polished, but not formal. That type of garment in this color is specifically what's trending. Structured loafers, coats, tailored trousers, those kinds of things in this color. And that's true. When I think about the images that I've seen that have made me want to wear this color, that is true. It's always been these kind of office attire level 4 types of things. I mean, I've also seen it in activewear. It just doesn't hit in the same way. It's not really making me want to wear it in a cotton knit or in a legging in the way that these jackets and trousers and loafers are making me want to wear them. So that's so true. It's so true. I hadn't noticed. It's so true. I knew that this color was trending. Hadn't noticed that it was specifically trending in polished clothing. But it's interesting to think about making that kind of distinction when a color color trends. How do I feel about it? I love it. I like the way that I like the monochromatic execution. I like it as just an accessory, like a bag this color with a neutral outfit, a shoe this color with a neutral outfit. I really like that. But don't break the bank. This is one that is probably going to kind of come and go and will be identifiable next year when what's probably going to trend. The opposite of this, it'll probably be like olive green leather next winter, olive green accessories. And then if you're out there carrying your Bordeaux bag, some people might be, probably no one really will in real life. Everyone will probably be like, your bag's beautiful, but in the larger world of fashion, I guess it depends where you live, what you do. It's going to look like it's from this winter and you're carrying it again next winter, because the fresh color will be something different. So maybe keep that in mind if you're tempted to invest in like a really big piece in this color, like a beautiful loafer or a bag or something. But everything I've been seeing in this color is so beautiful. So if it really is you, and if it would be your forever satchel or whatever, like your forever work satchel, it's nice that they're available right now. Like you can find something really special. I feel like I've seen Koyana doing it. They're classic totes and bags that are so great and something that one can expect to last for years and years and years, like a forever work bag. But the limited edition color right now, right? The winter color is this, and it's so pretty. So it's nice. It's nice that it's available, but I feel like know thyself. Before you spring for this, know thyself. And that is it. That's the end of the list. Thanks for watching. Which trend are we the most excited about? Let me see. Clearly the one that has the most hold on me is chocolate brown. Like that's the one that I'm paying the most attention to. It really is espresso martini winter, and it has gotten into my bloodstream. Like I am just suddenly like, I get it, But I feel like it has a hold on me, and I'm not sure I want it to because I just don't feel confident. So I don't know if that's the one I'm the most excited about. I think it's Minimalist Accessories. That's the one I feel the most like pleased to see. But I like the way that the suede, velvet, rich, corduroy, luscious, heavy fabrics one. I like the way that makes me feel. I like what that makes me want to look for at the thrift store and what that makes me want to dig out of my own closet. I like that one a lot too. Which one are you most excited about? What have you been wearing? What has been getting in amongst you in spite of yourself, trend-wise? What have you been craving in fashion, etc., etc.? Let us know in the comments. Let's discuss. Thank you for being here. And don't forget to take extra good care of yourself so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.